Okay. This one's live. We are live.
Are we live right now?
Yes.
That's the big question here at KMJC, which is your new local Kitsap, Mason, Jefferson, and Tuolumne County News, KMJC. We're super excited about this. I'm so excited to have you guys. We are streaming today on the Take Back My County platform, but we will soon be rebranding to KMJC. Oh. So we've made a declaration at KMJC that we would not allow our conservative biases to impact the news that we provide to our audience. We have publicly declared that we would hold all elected officials accountable and report both the good and the bad on any elected official that we feel is not faithfully representing his citizens. In today's story, we are going to provide critical reporting on the Kitsap Republican Party Commissioner Orrin Root. As you will see in this story, we are not holding anything back and faithfully reporting what we feel is a betrayal of the Republican official to those he is supposed to be fighting for. This story is called Taking Defeat from the Jaws of Victory. We're talking about something that happened right in the Kitsap County Commissioner's chambers, a story that started with strong public pushback, looked like a win for property owners, then turned into a textbook case of political maneuvering that left a lot of folks feeling betrayed. It's the story of how a clear public victory on boundary line adjustments was snatched right out of the community's hands. So let's set the scene for this one. On June 8th, the Board of County Commissioners held a public hearing on a new code proposal from the Department of Community Development, DCD, to create a dedicated boundary line adjustment, or BLA ordinance. Kitsap has been the only county in Washington without one. And DCD says the new rules would bring consistency and fix problems like non-conforming lots. But a lot of property owners and real estate professionals saw it differently. Roughly 40 people showed up, mostly Republican-leaning residents and folks from the building and real estate community. They voiced real concerns about added costs, new layers of government review, and what they called unnecessary intrusion into private property rights. Only one person spoke in favor of the new bill. The message from the room was loud and clear: slow this down, give us more review, don't rush new regulations onto something that's worked under state rules for decades. Here's where it got interesting. Democrat Commissioner Kate D. Walters said she wanted to refer the whole thing back to the Planning Commission so there could be more public input and proper review of the processes. That would have kept the door open for the kind of citizen engagement we're supposed to have. Republican Commissioner Orrin Root took a different approach. He said it would be better to just continue the meeting to the following week and vote on it then. Commissioner Walters agreed. The meeting adjourned. The people who showed up, the ones who took time off work, drove in and made their voices heard, left feeling like they had won at least a delay and a chance for more scrutiny. Victory, or so it seemed. But that's not how it played out. Between that June 8th public hearing and the next meeting, a workshop was held. In that workshop, the BLA issues were discussed. Now, this is a workshop just with the county commissioners and the bureaucrats, and it was without citizen input. Only a very minor, superficial changes were made. Apparently, that was enough to get Commissioner Walters to change her mind and support moving the proposal forward. Then came the follow-up public meeting. This time, no citizen input was allowed. The commissioners went straight to a vote, and it passed 2-1. Commissioner Root voted against it. The two Democratic commissioners voted for it. So the proposal that looked dead, or at least delayed after the big public turnout, passed anyway. Here's the part that a lot of conservative residents in Kitsap County, the same ones who showed up in force and the same ones who voted for Commissioner Orrin Root, are asking hard questions. Commissioner Root had a choice at that first public hearing. He could have agreed with Commissioner Walters and sent it back to the Planning Commission. That would have triggered another formal round of public review and input. Instead, he pushed to bring it back for a quick vote the next week. That decision created an opening for the workshop where the public was shut out. And neither he nor the other commissioners told the people in the room that night that there would be a workshop reworking the proposed vote. And the public walked out thinking one thing: the process moved in another direction entirely. That, folks, is snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
That's trust lost.
Yeah, that is why so many in Commissioner Root's own conservative base are calling this a betrayal. He was a Republican voice on the board. People who turned out to oppose more government rules on their property expected him to stand with them on transparency and more review, especially when a Democrat commissioner was already offering to send it back to the Planning Commission. By choosing that path that allowed a closed-door workshop and a fast vote, the outcome changed. This isn't just inside baseball. Boundary line adjustments affect real people. This could be you very soon when you go to sell your property. Homeowners fixing fences, neighbors sorting out minor disputes, and families preparing to sell or pass on their property. Adding a new county code, new permit paths, and new review layers means more time and more money for something that used to be simpler under existing state law. The realtors who spoke up warned about onerous regulatory layers on a process that's worked fine for decades. Those concerns didn't get the full public airing they deserved after that initial hearing. It's the same old story. We've seen it too many times in local government. Public outcry, apparent concession, closed door tweak, then a vote that ignores the room. The only difference this time is that one of the people who helped set up the maneuver was supposed to be on the side of limited government and property rights. But instead, he allowed the process to snatch victory from the jaws. That is what happened in Kitsap County. It is so incredibly important who we vote, and it's so incredibly important that we hold them accountable. A little story like this could tank the chances of Commissioner Orrin Root from being reelected, because what good is a Republican on the commission if he always hands victory to the Democrats? So that is our little story and our little update in Kitsap County. And we look forward to talking to you again on the next one. Bye.